What's up, freight brokers? I wanted to come into your space this evening and share a book recommendation for you. Notice I didn't say 2 or 3 or 4 books or a book list. No, I only want you to focus on this one book. This one book will provide so much value to you if you are willing to listen, if you're willing to absorb it, right? If you're willing to take this book and read it to understand it, read it to implement it in your own life, it could change your life, right? I think reading is so very important for us as business owners, for us as people, right? Because it is going to allow us to gather information, and we turn that information into knowledge. You see, because I don't think knowledge is power, right? Everybody says knowledge equals power. Well, I don't see it that way. I think applied knowledge is power. So if we take books and we say that they are good books, then we need to take some things out of that book and apply them to our own life to realize how good the book really is, right? Because if it's good, then surely you would want to apply it in your own life. Well, up until this point in my life, my number one book of all time has been Steve Jobs, the autobiography of Steve Jobs. I thought that was just a phenomenal book. It gave me a chance to walk beside Steve Jobs and learn about him, learn about how he became Steve Jobs. I thoroughly enjoyed that walk and thought that it was a wonderful book. And it has been my number one book up until yesterday. Yesterday, I just finished a book that I started about a week ago. And man, this is a fantastic book. And it's such a great book because, you know, I kind of look at the author as just a regular person, right? A regular person, though, that transformed himself, trained his mind to a different way of seeing the world, trained his mind to see adversity in a different way. Right? This is probably a man that is not like you're going to read his book and then you're going to go and transform yourself into this guy. That's probably not going to happen. And that's not why I'm saying you should read this book. You should read this book because it's going to teach you how to overcome the greatest challenges in your own life. It'll show you how a man has overcome challenges and hurdles in his life that 99 out of 100 people couldn't even dream of overcoming because he applies certain principles in his life, right? He's a regular guy, but transformed himself into a completely different superhuman almost, is how I look at it. And I know he wouldn't say that about himself. He would probably say he's a regular guy that knows how to live life, to overcome the things in life that stands in most people's way from accomplishing what it is that they want to accomplish. He knows how to do that. And he talks about the callousing of his mind. And he compares that to like these calluses that are on my hand here, right? When you go up and you jump up and grab a bar and you're doing pull-ups and you don't have gloves on, well, that friction is going to create calluses on your hand. Well, he talks about that same friction being created in the mind, to callous your mind, to help you to be able to get over any and everything. This is a great book. The name of this book is Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. You can go and pick it up at Audible, right? I got Audible and I just downloaded it on Audible. And man, from start to finish, it's an entertaining book. It's just the book that I think you should read. And then this is what's unique about the book, right? It's an audio book, it's an interview, and it's a podcast all under one hood. So the reader starts to read the audio book, and after chapters, I don't think it's every chapter, maybe every other chapter, David Goggins will come on and give an interview, right? He'll give an interview and tell you about what was happening at that particular time in his life and how he was able to overcome different obstacles in his life. You're going to thoroughly enjoy this book. Make sure you go and pick it up and read it, but don't just read it. Start to apply it in your life. That's when it can really make a big difference, a big impact in your life. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I certainly hope this information has been helpful. If you're interested in learning more about the freight broker business, I'll leave a free link in the description. It's my 5-video series, and it's titled How the Load Movement Process Works. It will give you a chance to come into the office with me and watch over my shoulder as I move loads, talk to shippers and carriers. That way you can get a better understanding of how the business works before you come into it. And then if you want to know more about how we go out and get the shippers that we work with, how we find customers, I'll leave a free video right here. So until the next time, enjoy that book. Make sure you enjoy David Goggins' Can't Hurt Me. You're gonna love it. See you at the top because the bottom is much too crowded.